Shifting focus to news from Sri Lanka ahead of the all-important Lankan parliamentary session on May 17th, where Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe will face his first test during the election of the Deputy Speaker of the House. The Lankan Prime Minister continued to reach out to the opposition. Lankan Prime Minister Wickremesinghe is reportedly holding meetings with Sri Lanka Freedom Party at the Prime Minister's office at Malpara Road in Colombo. Now, according to media reports, the SLPF has already decided to support the new Ranil-led government, overturning their earlier decision not to do so. Sources also say that the final decision on acceptance of ministerial posts will be made in the meeting today. The new Sri Lankan government is all set to form the new cabinet today, and that's according to reports. Lankan Prime Minister also met the 10 parties that had quit the earlier Rajapaksa government. Following the discussion, Member of Parliament Udaya Gamanpila said they will support good initiatives by the government but refused to be part of the government. Gamanpila released a statement saying, "We will not accept ministerial positions, but we will be involved in the 15 committees proposed by Prime Minister to solve people's issues." Meanwhile, there are reports of division from within the opposition ranks. Reports suggest that two stalwarts from SJB party have now agreed to break ranks and join the economic war cabinet. This even as opposition leader Sajith Premadasa reiterated his call for absolute non-cooperation with the government till a multi-party government is formed. Premadasa has maintained that the ground reality is that Rajapaksas should not get involved in any process which is designed to pull the nation out of this crisis. As Prime Minister Wickremesinghe faces the daunting challenge of the worst economic crisis in history of the island nation, the hunt for the new finance minister is still underway. The latest former Minister of Finance, Ali Sabri, has reportedly declined to offer to be the next finance minister. Although he agreed to support the new government, he refused to accept the position during a special meeting held between the president and the SLPP parliamentary group members. Prime Minister Wickremesinghe is also trying to garner international support. On Sunday, he held talks with teams from World Bank and Asian Development Bank. The main focus of the discussions was the ongoing shortage of essential supplies as the government faces the immediate challenge of securing funds to pay for the fuel required for this coming week. Due to the dollar shortages in the banks, the government is now exploring other options of securing the necessary funding for this. The island nation has suffered months of blackouts, record inflation, and dire shortages of food, medicine and fuel. This has triggered massive anti-government protests across the country. Thousands of Lankans on Sunday continued to stage protests outside Gale Face. Agitators put up tents at the protest site, raised slogans and held placards and banners reading "Gotta Go Back," demanding the resignation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. And for more on the situation in Sri Lanka, our correspondent Dasunya Thauda has sent us this report from Colombo. Watch.
With Parliament set to convene tomorrow, both the main opposition, that is the Samagi Jana Balavega, along with the independent group of MPs, have now said that they will be supporting the new government under the premiership of Ranil Wickremesinghe as long as the decisions are made for the benefit of overcoming Sri Lanka's economic crisis. Moreover, tomorrow Parliament will convene for the first time under the leadership of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, where all eyes will be on who will be appointed as the new Deputy Speaker in Parliament. Moreover, Sri Lankans throughout the country will be put into lockdown from 11 p.m. tonight until 5 a.m. tomorrow. Ever since the protests got violent here in Sri Lanka last week, curfew has been imposed here in the country throughout to maintain security and public order. Stay with WION The World as we bring you the very latest here on the ground. Reporting from Colombo, I'm Dasunya Thauda.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.